you're new to the channel, please hit subscribe, as I'm trying to reach 100,000 subscribers to win my YouTube play button. And turn on your post notifications if, so that you can get all my new content that I come up with. Okay, enough of that. Now, today's video, it's kind of cool. It's not really an unboxing per se, but it's more like an unplasticking. And what I mean by that is this particular item. It's a Coleman 2.5 watt solar 12 volt battery maintainer. It charges 12 volt batteries, either for your car, your truck, SUV, or tractor, or sports utility vehicle, quads or something, motorbikes, boats, and here it is. So, the reason why I picked this up and I decided to open it up and share it with everyone out there, or all of you that are watching, is it's currently, September now, or no, not September, October, so we're into the fall season and the weather's starting to get cold, and I don't know about what part of the region you live in. However, if you have a car, truck, or whatever vehicle that you currently drive, when it sits for overnight or over a length of time, the cold weather affects your batteries. Now, most batteries, if you buy a new vehicle and you buy new batteries, they're usually good anywhere between, say, 600 to maybe like 800 cold cranking amps. And that's great. If it's really cold weather, it may get you through the first winter. It's really, really cold, weather drops down to, say, minus 10 or something. Depending on what region, maybe it's even colder. But what happens is it affects the battery. The acid tone and that stuff in the battery, over time, it will just slowly drain the battery. And if you're not driving it in the cold weather, or you don't drive it enough, in the sense where you just start it up, you drive maybe down the local block, go get groceries, go get a coffee or something like that, shut it off, start it back up, drive back home or to your apartment or wherever you live, and it's maybe a 5-minute, possibly 12-minute drive, it really doesn't give it an efficient amount of time to have the alternator charge the battery enough to start charging it for you. So with this thing, the reason why I bought it is because in the winter, it has that effect on your battery, but also in the winter I don't drive my vehicle as much, because if it's really, really cold or snowing and that, why should I drive it? It's not that I'm a bad driver, it's just when it's snowing, there's a lot of people that just do not know how to drive in cold weather or icy conditions and stuff. So I'd sooner just either, say, walk or ride a bike or something, so I don't always drive my vehicle in the colder weather. So this, I'm going to try, because I've heard things about this where they say they work really, really well. And so I'm willing to give it a shot. So I bought this, and I'm going to give it a try. So let's open it up, take a look at what it comes with, and all the parts and accessories, I guess, that are included in this kit. And who knows? After looking at this, maybe it'll encourage you to buy one, maybe it won't. But at least you'll have an idea of what I think of it. So we have two ways to open it. We have a trusty knife, cha-ching, and we have a pair of scissors. So first of all, we'll try the scissors, because I just don't think this is going to cut as smoothly as I want with the knife. And this plastic, if you're even familiar with this, is usually pretty tough to cut. So actually it's cutting pretty good. Okay, so we'll give it a little snickeroo, cut that off. And now, if I can do this, let's see this. First, the edges. Now we'll just slide down the old sides. Maybe my knife isn't as sharp as I thought it was. Oh, here we go. There we go. So we put a slit in it. It's just on the bend here. Okay. So, pull this stuff out. Okay. This stuff out. Okay. things out of the package. Okay, so according to when we have the instructions, and you know me with regards to my previous videos about instructions, you must read these. You might think you know what you're doing, but you never know. So, okay, let's see what we got here. Okay, according to this, I don't know if you can see that, I'll hold it up to the camera, gives you a little layout, I guess, or whatever, of what comes with it and how to possibly attach it to your vehicles. Okay, so first off, we have the panel. Here's your solar panel. You can see all the lines and all that right there, and that's the back, and the back says 2.5 solar panel. It's made in China. Risk of electrical shock. Coleman. They have camping equipment, so, oh wait a minute. Yeah. It says open circuit, maximum power, yeah. So it's not really heavy. It's fairly thin, if you can see that. And it has this cord that attaches to one of these here plug-ins. It's got a pin, and it's got the, well, I guess they're both female connectors, but it's got that plastic cube on it. So this is this part. And these little holes, if you can see those on either side, are for these here. And these are suction cups. There's 4 of them. It only takes 2 for the panel, but they give you spares or extras. Either you lose them, you maybe break them, who knows, depending on where you're putting it. But it's very nice of them to give you spares. It's always good to have spares. Okay, then to connect this to your battery or to charge it, there's, from the looks of it, 3 possible solutions, or 3 possible ways of doing this. There's this way, which is, we'll show you the first one, and you plug this in here. These are have like basically very small jumper cable like claw things or whatever. And so you can put this, mount this, say, on the hood of your vehicle, just lay it out with the suction cups, boom, it's outside. It's, oh yeah, this is also, this is say, it says on the front of this, if I can call it, it's shatterproof, weatherproof, operates in all weather conditions, even on cloudy days. And it says that right in the corner there. Here's the all weather, rain or snow or whatever, the battery, and then how it says whatever kind of conditions. Okay, so you plug this very simply into this here end, if you can see that, and they just plug in like so. You slide it together. It's got a fairly, if you can see this, I'm not sure, but you can see it's fairly tight, it's sealed, so if for any reason it was exposed to, say, the elements or moisture or rain or whatever, I'm pretty sure it wouldn't short out. But then why would you leave your hood open if it was raining? But anyhow, there is a possibility of that, I suppose. And then they just, oops, they just slide apart. Okay, so that's one method of hooking this up to your vehicle. The second one is, let's say, how can I say this? Let's say you have a classic car. Maybe you have a classic car, classic truck, classic motorbike, and you want to just store it somewhere in your shed, in a garage, or storage unit somewhere. Maybe you rented a storage unit that's heated to just store it, and you want to maintain it as far as keeping the battery up to date. Now, 2 methods of that. You can either just take it, disconnect it, like pull the battery out and just have it sit, but then your battery itself somewhere may, over time, if you put it on cold ground or especially concrete, the cold just drains your battery. So if you're paying on average, what, $160, maybe $180 for a good battery, and depending on what kind of vehicle you are, especially the newer ones, they take expensive batteries. Well, this is the other method, and it comes with a fuse and the same sort of simple connection. And then this, you can just screw it right to the battery that you have currently in your vehicle or motorbike or whatever vehicle you're attaching this to. So it's like permanently attached. You take the panel, put it, say, outside the vehicle, right? Turn the lights on, turn them off, whatever, it runs. And then that way, what it will do is it always trickles power to the battery, keeps it going, even though you're not running it, and it's just sitting there. You can just permanently attach it. And then, obviously, when you're done, you can just say disconnect this, start up the vehicle, go for a drive. Put it somewhere this end, tape it up or something so it doesn't hit the flywheel or fan belt. But that's just a possible solution. I haven't read all the directions on this. And then the third, and this is probably the method that maybe most people would use, as well as I'm going to use it, and it's also, I guess, a bit of a deterrent if you're leaving it in an apartment or outside your house where the vehicle is just going to be exposed in the sense that people can walk around it, maybe look at it, stuff like that, and you don't want it to go missing or someone to steal it. And that is the lighter. This plugs into your cigarette lighter, and it plugs into this. In which case you just take this, put the suction cups on, click it straight to your windshield, or just even possibly just leave it on the dash. Put it in where, obviously, a window where it'll get the light. And like it says, it could be a cloudy day, or it could be a really sunny day, and this thing will still trickle charge your battery. Now, during the day, it'll trickle charge. In the evening, when the lights go down, it's not going to trickle charge. So what I'm planning on doing, at least with this, is charge it through the day, and then in the evening, just unplug it, right? It'll be cold during the night. Obviously, that's when you need it maybe the most. But instead of, say, going 24 hours or something with it not being charged, this is going to be like, what, maybe, say even 12, 8 hours. Go to bed at, say, midnight, get up at 7 or 8, plug it back in. Or you can just leave it plugged in. I'm going to read the instructions to see whether or not you can leave it plugged in all overnight. But I'm just saying, plug it in during the daytime, and the evening, unplug it. Plug it back in the morning. But who knows, you might be able to just do it like I said with this one, right? But if you have it in a storage unit or something, and you hook it up permanently to the battery, and you just leave it, again, maybe you can leave it overnight in the night time where it's not charging, but who knows. Anyways, that is it. We'll take a real quick thing before I wrap this video up and see what the instructions actually say. I'll just glance through these. I won't bore you to death with these because I'm sure you're getting the idea of how this thing works. And we're coming to the end of this video. So real quick, it's got the quick connects, just tells you a few features about all the different mounts. Installation, you can install it through your plug, clamps, O-rings to the battery connector. Okay, frequent questions. Here we go. Frequent questions. What type of batteries can this panel maintain? All rechargeable 12-volt batteries such as those used in cars, tractors, trucks, and boats. Can I overcharge my battery? No. The solar power maintainer contains an integrated circuitry which prevents discharge and overcharge. Can I use my 12-volt battery maintainer outdoors? Yes, the solar power maintainer is fully weatherproof. Do I need a charge controller? No, solar battery charge controller is only needed for panels of 15 watts or greater. And this one is a 12 or 2.5. Can I start/drive my vehicle while the unit is connected to the battery? No. For safety reasons, this use of this panel is not recommended while the vehicle is in use. While the vehicle is in use, it is recommended, sorry about that, to store the solar power in the glove compartment or under the seat to prevent the panel from obstructing proper and safety use of your vehicle. So what they're probably referring to is, if you stick it to the windshield, you don't want to be driving around doing it as well as charging the battery, because they recommend not doing that. Okay, how do I know if the panel is working? To measure the voltage of a panel, use a voltmeter. The voltage reading should be between 16 and 25 volts, open circuit in the full sun. Warranty. This product is covered for 5 years, limited warranty. Sunforce Products Inc. warranty to the original purchaser that this product is free from defective materials and workmanship for the period of 1 year from the date of purchase. Power output is warranted for 5 years from the date of purchase. This warranty does not apply in the event of misuse or abuse or / repairs or alterations to the unit. To obtain warranty service, please contact Sunforce Products for further instructions. They give you a phone number as well as an email address, and it says proof of purchase is required. So real quick, this is where the, I don't know if you can see that, but right there, some of those questions, I don't know if you can see them or zoom in or pause or whatever, but they say it right there. So that'll give you more of an indication if you're thinking about purchasing this. So, and the rest are in different languages from different parts of the world. So, to just recap, you can hook it up overnight, it won't overcharge. You can leave it picked up, or packed up, or attached, I'm trying to say, sorry again for that, for the battery. So all they're recommending, you can leave it 24 hours charged up, it knows when to not overcharge and when not to charge. And if you're planning on driving the vehicle, disconnect this thing. So if you were attaching it this way, again in storage for the winter where you're not going to drive your fancy collectible Barrett-Jackson car or motorbike or whatever, you attach it, just leave it for the winter. As soon as the bad weather is done, you disconnect the whole thing and away you go. Okay? If you're planning on doing it where, let's say you're just going to attach it and then maybe in the morning disconnect it, put it in the glove box or whatever, and then go to work and that, come home, reattach it for the evening or something, you can use these, the little clips. And then finally, which I dropped, and like I said, this is the one maybe most common, the one that most people will use will be the lighter one, where you just plug it in your lighter, put this thing on the dash of your vehicle, whatever, your boat or something, leave it, you come back, say in a week if you're headed on a boat, because you can drive boats in the weather, cold weather, is you just jump in it, disconnect it, fire it up, it'll go. And it'll always give it a little trickle charge. So the battery, when the cold weather hits, it just doesn't drain the power right out of it. And then at the end of the winter or something, you come back to start it up, and all of a sudden it doesn't start. The cold cranking amps have just drained it because normal use, where you're driving it every single day and it gets cold, so you drive your car to work every morning, you come back home and stuff like that, and you drive for longer than 50 minutes, not a problem. I can't see you having many issues with your battery, and that's where the whole 600, 800 cold cranking amps would come in. Gives you like 850 or whatever times where it's really, really cold, where you can crank it and it'll still start. However, if you're using the vehicle where you're a driver and it's super icy or super snowy and you're like, forget it, I'll take a cab or I'll take the bus or however means you're going to get there, and you leave your vehicle at home and it say sits for a week or a couple days or a month or whatever, it's going to drain because it's not getting charged. And maybe you have a clock, especially new vehicles, they have clocks, they have memories, they have computer chips, stuff like this. It'll just drain it like crazy. And then what? You're out, say 150, 160 bucks for a new battery. And you're like, well, why is this happening to me? It's because you're not charging your battery or you're not driving your vehicle that often. But if you are a guy or worker or wife or whatever and you're driving your car every single day, even in bad weather, chances are the battery won't go dead. It won't drain because you're constantly driving it longer, hopefully, than 15 minutes, which is giving the alternator time to charge your battery. So, thank you for watching. That's it in a nutshell. And I'm looking forward to trying this thing out. So like I said, it's not very heavy and whatnot. If you have any questions about this, just leave a comment below and I'll respond to them and tell you what I think about it as I proceed to use this. Like I said, this is October, so we're just starting to get into cool weather, but it isn't really atrocious yet. So, once again, second time I've told you this, thank you very much for watching. Hit that subscribe button, hit that notification button. Help me get to 100,000 subscribers so I can win my plaque and share it with you all. And other than that, have a great evening or a great morning or a great day, and happy motoring. See you later.